Hey everyone, how's it going? Thank you for watching this video. Today we are going over something I found very interesting. It seems like the producers of the Rings of Power have been taking some inspiration from the Geneva Bible, which is quite interesting. I don't know, the allusions are very, very close, very, very similar. Sauron and Satan himself seem to be one and the same, and they pick a similar name to go by, which is quite interesting. So in the Rings of Power, he goes by Halbrand, and they don't know that he's Sauron in disguise, right? Because Sauron's like the spirit. He's not physical man, at least at that point, takes on the form of this unassuming individual and calls himself Halbrand. And so I just thought, man, he's doing these like manipulation tactics through the show. This was very much before I kind of got into what I'll be showing you here in a moment, but he doesn't like impose his will on people. Instead, he like warps their reality and kind of makes them feel like their back's against the wall so that they have to act in the way that he desires, which is quite interesting as a villain. I mean, it really is the most horrible form of, he's very powerful spirit being, and he just warps their reality until they're doing what he wants, so that it's like this karmic thing where he didn't like force it upon them. They acted in and of their own free will of some sort, and he kind of places the blame on them, which I feel like is very much in league with Satan, the accuser. And so looking at the Geneva Bible, there are some notes. I think it's tied with I had the year here. Oh, I'll have to look for the specific year, but if you search around, you'll be able to find these notes that are written off to the side, these footnotes on the old Geneva Bible. And specifically as it pertains to Revelation 20, there's an interesting note about the 1,000th year and what the commentator believes is the release of Satan. And he takes a very similar name to Halbrand, which makes me think this is all too close and that the producers of the Rings of Power know exactly what they're referencing here. And so it says, the 1,000th year falls precisely on the times of that wicked Hildebrand, who was called Gregory the Seventh, a most damnable necromancer and sorcerer, whom Satan used as an instrument when he was loosed out of bonds from then on to annoy the saints of God with most cruel persecutions, and the whole world with dissensions and most bloody wars, as Bino, the cardinal, reports at large. So this is quite interesting that at the end of the 1,000-year period, as noted by the commentary attached, or the footnotes attached to the Geneva Bible, we have Satan coming out of the pit. He's been in there for a millennia, and what form does he take on? He takes on that of Hildebrand, a necromancer, sorcerer. Satan's using him as an instrument. He's persecuting the saints, creating dissension, trying to create wars and this kind of thing. And so it's not really like he comes out and imposes this power and his will like Sauron or Satan, in both aspects is conniving, trying to whisper in the ear of the individual, trying to lead them towards a darker path, and then creating this, trouble in the realm, whether it's Middle Earth or Earth, apparently. So I found that quite interesting. It seems like whoever is looking into this, and I don't know exactly what the inspiration for Halbrand was. From what I can tell, Amazon has created this character themselves, but it lines up very, very closely. Whoever's writing this has been reading their Geneva Bible and took Hildebrand sounds too close to Howlbrand, and he kind of changed it up a little bit, but they act the same way, they're moving the same way, it's the same kind of idea. Sauron he's gone, no one's, he's not coming back. It's kind of like this thing that we get with the Dark Lord and Harry Potter, right, where it's like whispers on the wind that he's back, and they're not really sure that he's back, but we have this prophecy of Satan being released. And then what happens once he's released? He's moving and working and using this man as an instrument to create this persecution, wars, dissension. And the same goes with Sauron. He goes to the elves and he's creating dissension and he's creating wars between men, and he's leading to this power struggle. And before that, it was relatively peaceful. I don't know that it was completely peaceful in Middle-earth, but anyway, just thought that was quite interesting and something to think about that, I had never, doing some light reading, I'm going to go read the Geneva Bible and read Revelation 20 footnotes. But it seems like that's what the writers at Amazon are doing for the Rings of Power, or were doing. So anyway, that's all I got. Thanks, guys.